sharp contrast to this hectic scene, peace and tranquility can be found just a few yards south of 80th Avenue in Arvada. Two ponds, a veritable Eden for the nature lover, the student, and photographer. A place for anyone seeking solitude to escape from the realities of today's world of haste and fury. The value of a wetlands environment need not be exclusive to the naturalist. Two Ponds has proved to be a valuable educational tool to the teachers in the Jefferson County School District. It's been proven that we learn more with hands-on experience. We know that education does not always have to take place in the classroom.
What's that stuff?
It's cattail.
Cattail. Cattail. It's the seeds. It's not cocktail. You guys see how wet this is? It's just, look at the water it's holding. See, that's that sponge that we were talking about. It's almost like a sponge. You squeeze and all the water will come out of it. And this is where the water is held up when there's runoff in the spring and anytime there's a storm in the summer. Do you guys know what a wetland is? What is it?
It's like the swamps and marshes.
That's right. There's swamps and marshes. So what's this?
A lake.
A lake, and that's what would you call this? This is a marsh?
Yeah.
Okay. And what are those plants down there?
Cattails.
Cattails, like this, right? Okay. Now, why are wetlands important to wildlife?
Because it supports homes.
Yeah, it's their home. It gives them food and it gives them cover, just like what you have in your house. When you go home, that's your shelter, right? And when you go in the kitchen, what do you get when you're in the kitchen? Food. Well, this is where the animals spend their time, the wildlife, the ducks and the geese and fox and muskrat. And what they do is they spend their time in these areas, and this provides all of their needs. It provides their food, it provides their shelter. Did you know that here in the United States, that when this country was settled, there was about 215 million acres of wetlands. That's a lot. You know how many are left today? About 95 million acres. We've lost over half of all the wetlands that existed here when we first settled this country. Most of that loss occurred as a result of agriculture. We went in and we drained the marshes and started producing crops on them. They did a lot of work to cut down the swamps to go in and produce soybeans and corn. So as a result, we have less than half of them left. So areas like this become very important to wildlife, don't they?
The significance of Two Ponds as a learning environment is limited only by the imagination. Here, a class of third graders uses the upper part of the property in their studies of early American life on the prairie. It's not hard for them to imagine what life in Colorado must have been like at that time. The 13 acres within the Two Ponds area contains much more than just the serenity found in the reflecting waters and towering cattails. Yucca Point, a semi-arid knoll above the ponds, offers a spectacular view of the Front Range. Nestled within the trees next to the ponds is the original homestead. With very few renovations, this could be an ideal indoor classroom, a nature center, and a wildlife observatory. Nearby, an old-fashioned water pump and a root cellar remain as reminders of the first settlers on the property. It's easy to see why Two Ponds has all the necessary attributes and the regional significance to make it a place for many, many people to enjoy. To protect this irreplaceable jewel as well as other unique wildlife habitats, concerned citizens have formed the Two Ponds Preservation Foundation. The honorary chairman of this organization is Colorado State Senator Al Mickeljohn.
I am proud to lend my support to this endeavor. Two ponds would provide a wonderful opportunity for all to enjoy the quiet of the country within the confines of the city. The significance of two ponds to the community as well as to the region is enormous. In addition to the educational potential, Two Ponds has a variety of possibilities for other segments of our society to enjoy. Scouting organizations, senior citizens groups, as well as hikers and nature lovers could all enjoy the trails and secluded marshes. Wheelchair access could bring the handicapped to the shores of the well-stocked ponds. The ability for all to enjoy nature firsthand and to admire the multitude of urban wildlife that make Two Ponds their home is a resource we cannot afford to lose. Hopefully, with the efforts of the Two Ponds Preservation Foundation and with your support, areas like these can be preserved for the enjoyment and pleasure of many future generations.